What's up, TRACKUZA Fam? We got a special review today. Guys, a long time coming. Long time coming. Today is the day, guys. Today is the day that we're going to review my beautiful, my favorite object in the world, my AutoSelect 2000 Nissan Skyline R34 GT-R in sparkling silver, pushing 820 horsepower, built by AutoSelect Sawa-san himself, a Wangan beast, topping speeds over 320 kilometers per hour, 200 miles per hour, track monster. We're going to go over the whole entire car today. I'm super excited to go over with this video. It might be a little long, but if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button for me. Show me your support. Show me you want to see these videos come out. I got more videos, guys. I got more content. I got more content. And I want to apologize real quick before we begin. I have ordered a new mic. I got a new SteelSeries mic, so with the Switchboard Pro and all that good stuff, so that the quality won't be coming out of my headset anymore. It'll be coming out of professional. Not too professional, but a better mic. So you can guys hear my voice better. Remember, guys, I just started streaming. Kind of. I started making YouTube videos. Now I'm going balls deep. Alright, guys. So, my good friend Dino DC, follow him on YouTube, send him a subscription or sub, whatever. Check his stuff out. Dino, let's talk about Dino first, guys. Dino is probably, guy's a legend, okay? He's been in Japan forever. Good friend of me, good friend of mine. I've known Dino since I want to say 2003, 2004, when I was living in Japan. I remember, guys, you're going to hear this a lot. I was in Japan for approximately 9.5 years. Okay, I was in the military, I was in the Navy, I was stationed in Japan. I've owned a lot of GTRs. I've worked on a lot of GTRs. I've built a lot of GTRs, and I love GTRs. You can tell from the poster in the background. I've dedicated my whole life to GTRs. I love GTRs. I'm the biggest GTR fanatic you'll probably ever see. Once this channel starts getting bigger, you're going to be hearing about it. But anyways, I know you guys want to see the video. This video was published a while ago, but since I just got on YouTube, I can personally give feedback and talk more about the car in this video. Okay? So let's begin. Ooh. Look at that motherfucker, bro. That motherfucker's bad. Ooh. I'm so excited, bro. I'm so excited. Now, you guys know I have Ota's R33 GT-R in my garage right now. So I have a 33 GT-R, 1,000 horsepower. This one, 820. Not bad. $1,800 horsepower worth of cars. Not bad. Not bad, Dan. Can't wait. I just can't wait, guys. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Amazing. Look at the videography in this video, bro. It's perfect.
All right, welcome to what may well be the dream GTR battle. So So what we have here is my friend's recently purchased AutoSelect R34 GT-R. Again,
That's me.
and another really highly built R34 GT-R that Garage Sorus put together. These cars are both picked up by Andy at Power Vehicles and just basically ready to be shipped out to the US as soon as that kind of 25-year mark hits the spot.
And that will be December. Just to let you guys know, the car will be getting shipped out in December, so I'll probably get it maybe in January, maybe a little sooner. Don't know yet. Now, I bought this car. I bought this car last May 2024. Okay? In May. I've been waiting this long, guys. I've been waiting this long.
Before that happens, I've been given the chance to not only bring you a kind of look at two ways to build the same car, but actually sample them at the Higashi course here in the Bisu circuit. Again, these are cars that have been bought and purchased, so you know they're owned. I'm not going to push them crazy. It's just kind
I specifically told Dino to push the car crazy, but he didn't. Love you, Dino.
of getting an idea of the different approaches that you can take when building R34 GTRs.
Sound
So
my
the
people.
silver car is actually being built by Sawa-san of AutoSelect down in Osaka. So, you know, I really define this kind of style as Kansai style. It runs a fully built RB26, I think it's 2.7. It's basically
2.8. Step 3 HKS stroker kit. 2.8 HKS. Step 2. Yeah, no, it's a step 2 stroker kit.
a track car. This car was actually raced by a customer at Fuji Speedway. I think it's done a 153, which is ridiculously quick for a car of this kind of caliber. This one Andy picked up, and
He said that right. It's 153. A minute 53 seconds on Fuji Speedway. That's pretty damn fast, okay? Sub 2s is pretty damn fast, let alone 153, okay? Go on Gran Turismo and see if you can hit, with the GTR, see if you can hit 143. Just try it. See, let me know. Put it in the comments.
realized that it was actually built by Garage Sorus. And what he did was take the car back to them and have them kind of refresh it. So it's running a single turbo conversion up.
Now it's funny. Sorry to interrupt, guys. Now it's funny. The silver car is mine, right? The silver car is mine. The blue car is, I think, pushing like 700. That car actually is now here in the States. It's I think it's in South Carolina. I haven't met the owner yet, but I would love to meet the owner. I have actually sat in this car when it came here, looked at it. I was like, wow, this car is so amazing, right? Anyways, but this blue car here, this Bayside blue car, that car is in South Carolina right now. When Dino did this, we talked with RMC, which RMC is my boys, my homies, my brothers for life. Danny over there. By the way, Danny also was the one that pretty much found my car for me. And when I say this, if you guys ever need a badass GTR, a Skyline, a Porsche, an RX-7 that's fully modified, that actually has history, there's only one place in America that you can go to, okay, and find that, and that's RMC Miami. Just look it up. RMC Miami. That's it, right? Now, blue car's gone, silver car still in Japan, right? India Power Vehicle still has it right now, so.
They did everything, stroked engine again.
But it's fully paid for. I bought it. It's my car.
And the cool thing about this car is it actually runs a sequential. So it's on a Hollinger 6-speed sequential. Kind of like not as extreme as the Kansai style I was talking about, but definitely has that Garage Sorus feel about it.
And guys, the 33 GTR, the Emperor, that I haven't really talked about him yet. I haven't made a video about it, but I will. Don't worry. That one's blue, and it's a 33. It's a 96 33 LM blue, and it's built by Garage Source. Step 3 2.8 stroker. So technically it looks just like this, except I personally think better parts. Fresh motor, but it's funny. This video came out a blue 34. I have a blue 33 built by Garage Source, and this is a built blue Garage Source car. Now, before we jump and I keep going, because I'm going to stop interrupting, but that's the whole point of this review, right? We're gonna kind of dissect what Dino is saying and also what you're seeing on the picture, because I know for a fact, I know that car, my car, inside and out, and I can show you little tips and tricks. Remember, guys, I love GTRs. GTRs is my life. And we're going to talk about that in another video, but I love GTRs. Pretty fucking crazy about them. Let's continue. Oh, what I was going to say was, you guys see this right here? The little dinosaur, the Sorus dinosaur? That is the symbol from Garage Source. That's the engine was built and assembled in Japan by Garage Source. When you ever see this little dinosaur on the front cover, that's what it is. The 33, which I'll show you guys later, not in this video, but in another video, it has the same logo. And it's fully H-gas. Everything in there is H-gas, kind of. Hypertune manifold. That's a Greddy manifold you guys are seeing right there. I'm talking about this. And, of course, a big-ass, I think, what, T78 turbo? I don't even know what it is, but pretty much all Greddy. Fuel rail, SARD, fuel pressure regulator, the famous one, so on and so forth. Let's continue. Beautiful. There's mine. G ready. And if you guys notice anything funny about this motor, it's got an RB25 front cover on it. This has a lot to do with the VTEC that AutoSelect, their cam setup. And this cover is one of the things that's kind of like a funny thing that they do. They put the RB25 cover on there. It's a 28. Trust me, guys, it's the GTR, okay? But they put that cover on there. You see a lot of their cars running that RB25 cover because of how everything's set up in there. Eventually, when the car comes here, I'm actually going to take that off and I'm going to make a video just about this because I'm a little bit iffy on how this system works versus like a VCAM. It's the same thing as the HGAS VCAM, except it's Sawa-san's version of it. So I don't know a lot too much about his setup. I know about the VCAM. I just don't know about that setup. But it's an RB26 stroked out to 2.8.
Alright, so we've
Get
lined
the
up the cars at the Higashi
Get
course pits. So let's start with Dan's AutoSelect cars.
Me,
You
baby.
see here, even the engine has been kind of signed by Eiichiro Sawa.
Hand built by Sawa-san. Now, this guy, Sawa, legend. I've talked to him for years. When I had my shop in Fort Myers, I've asked him questions. I've met him in person. I went to Ecutech training in Vegas during SEMA like 2004 or some shit, 5, somewhere around there. I met him there. He was learning how to use Ecutech. I was learning how to use Ecutech or ECU Tech, okay, which is the best software for an R35s. Perfect. But he was going there because he was just jumping into R35s and doing stuff, right? So that's where I met him. But then we connected, we started talking, I started asking him questions. I felt like he was like the guy to understand Skylines, to understand about port polishing, because that is what he's really good at. Engine building and port polishing, he's a master, guys. Master at that stuff. Now, Samsung has another side to him, but I'm not going to talk about that.
The owner of AutoSelect. So this is a built RB. It's running high mounted hybrid Mitsubishi turbo, kind of like the same.
Which, that's another thing. I don't know if I'm going to keep this turbo or not. The GT3 I have on the 33 is a awesome turbo. Yes, there's mad lag. This one, I haven't driven with this turbo. I've never had a car with this turbo in it. It's a Mitsubishi.
imagine a T88 to be. But
Yeah. So what they compared it to was a T88. TD8s have a lot of lag. Sawa-san told me that there's not that much lag compared to a TD8 on that turbo, right? But we'll see when it gets here because I'm going to leave the car the way it is when it gets here. I'm going to drive it, drive it, drive it, drive it. I'm going to daily drive this car. Daily drive it. The 33, hell no. It's a garage queen. It's going to be a garage queen. But yeah, I'm daily driving this car. I don't give a shit. You can see the pillars, dude. Everything is perfect on this car. I literally don't need to do anything on this thing.
hybrid concoction that AutoSelect has put together. So this puts out 820 horsepower, which is absolutely wild.
That's true. I have the
like I
dyno
mentioned, it
sheet.
still needs to be refined tuning-wise, because that's what Dan has to do once the car gets to Florida. Spot a
Yep.
Tomei fuel regulator there, that signature AutoSelect.
Now it's running a link system, and another thing that I'm not very familiar with. I think I've installed 2 link systems in my life. I've never tuned. Now, me personally, I build motors. I assemble, make the cars go faster by putting aftermarket parts on, do fuel. I'm an awesome person when it comes to fuel systems. I love doing fuel systems. I don't know why, but that was like one of the parts of the cars that I love to design. I love to set up, run the lines, get the right injectors, get the right fuel pumps. That's something that I just love doing. I don't know. That's like my favorite thing. Of course, installing turbos on. Duh. Engine building, I like doing it. I just haven't been at that number that I can say, like, I haven't done 10,000 hours of engine building. Let's put it that way. But RBs, VRs, bro, that's my shit. That's my shit.
Select massive strut base that kind of has been used across their entire lineup of demo cars ever since they came up with this. I quite like the airbox. It has like a clear plastic cover on
I
top.
like
You
it
can
too.
actually see
It's
the
kind of
H2S
retro.
mushroom
Kind of
filter
looks
on there.
pretty
Alright, so on the
cool.
intake side of this AutoSelect
And it works.
R28 is a trussed inlet manifold. You'll see the SARD Racing fuel rail here, providing all the fuel necessary for those 820 horsepower.
And I'm going to make another video about why I don't like Greddy. And I hope they see it. I hope they see it. I'm not a Greddy fan. Every piece of Greddy part that's on this car will be eventually replaced. Mark my words. Stay tuned for a video about that.
And right next to it is the garage Sorus 34. So again, I would say this is similar but different in the way that, it definitely has Kanto style tuning vibes, or even Hokkaido, because of course, garage Sorus actually started off in Hokkaido and then moved down to Kanto to set up the shop close to Tokyo. So Andy at Power Vehicles picked up this car at auction and noticed straight away that of course it was a Sorus build, and he took it there and they kind of freshened it up, gave it new wheels and a very meaty.
Dude, those brake calipers are beautiful. Those are the calipers. But my 34 has better ones. But wait and see.
Brake setup. Those are the Sorus calipers I was talking about.
Those are dope. Those are so dope.
Behind the TE37 S Plus.
So you got 4 pistons in the rear, 6 pistons in the front.
Which I have to say look really, really nice against the Bayside Blue. So the AutoSelect car rides on similar black wheels, but these are Advent GTs, 5 spokes. And like I mentioned, endless 6 spots, front and back.
Which he didn't say, which they're monoblock 6-piston rotors in the front. Okay? Calipers in the front. And also, let me know if you've seen one of these before.
So another thing this car has is the AutoSelect vented Z.
He didn't show he didn't show it, but I also have monoblock, the same calipers, 6-piston in the rear. 6-piston front, 6-piston rear. Guys, ultimate setup, ultimate track setup. That's like, who does that? That's like $25,000 worth of braking. Just the brakes alone is like 25 grand.
Style fender, so they have the Z-tune like flaring out here at the top.
And I think the fenders are like 20 something millimeters or something like that out, because I'm running 11s all around for wheel size. Most of the time on 34s, you're looking at like 10.5. But my car has 11s all around. I could probably run a 300 size tire in the front. You have to run it all the way. You can't stagger it, right? So, but that's crazy. But these are custom Z-Tune fenders.
Where it meets the A-pillar, but also this air outlet to kind of...
And that's added on after.
Wheel arches. In the back, carbon trunk lid, higher wing risers, and a Mines wing flap here on.
I'm most likely when the car, I'm gonna keep it the way it is, but I've been looking at a GT wing for my car because I am a Wang Gang kind of guy, you know, Wang Gang, not a Wangan, Wang Gang. I love wings. I love GT wings. I'm not doing anything top speed here in the state. Well, maybe, but I'm not doing anything top speed. I will track this car once or twice, maybe, or more. But I'm most likely going to be selling this Mines lip and the wing configuration. I'm probably going to be selling that. I'll probably keep the trunk, but I'm probably going to get rid of this wing. Once the car is here, we're going to make another video, and there's going to be hundreds of videos about this car. Hundreds. I'm going to go over everything.
The back. The Sorus car runs a Generation 1 Nismo bumper, and then it has a carbon fiber lip that's kind of merged into that middle section that the original bumpers had. That kind of flows into carbon fiber side skirts made by Garage Sorus, and again more carbon here at the back to finish off the lower section of the car. Just like the AutoSelect car, there's some taller wing risers, but everything else has remained stock adjustable lip there for the spoiler. Another cool thing about the
And if you guys didn't know, those wing risers are adjustable. They have 3 positions. If you want to go top speed, you put it down. If you want to go around cornering better, you put it up. If you play Gran Turismo, you would know that.
Select car is that it actually has Lexan windows all around.
Yes, the car has.
So
the car does not have normal windows. It does not have glass. Lexan is like 50% lighter than normal glass. You guys can see how this is going with this car, right? It's a track weapon. This thing is a weapon.
Full-on race car stuff. So AutoSelect engine bay, again we have a very similar treatment for the intake, a truss-ready fuel rail, and then the signature Sorus cam cover.
That's a sick cover. That's a really nice cover. The 33 does not have that cover. I have the front cover, I just don't have the center cover. It's open.
Sorus logo just under the RB26 marking on the
there you go.
Cam cover. Next to it you can see that the sensor for the exhaust cam has been removed. That's all done with the Link ECU, as it has been done here with a slightly different setup. So the hot side, we have a T88 34 GK, so that's the big version of the T88. This is good for 800 plus horsepower, but in this setup it actually runs 750, and with that Hollinger sequential it just comes in strong and just stays.
Just because a car can do, a turbo can do 800, 900, 1000, doesn't mean you should push it to 1000. Maybe get it on the dyno, get a dyno sheet saying, hey, this car's capable of 1000. Maybe make a race map on your car that's set for that 1000, but you should never run at that race map all the time. Why? You want to save your motor. That thing is very expensive. Everything you're seeing in this picture right now is really expensive. Like a lot of money. To get an RB26, to even find one, Jesus Christ. If to find an RB26 right now, it's pretty hard, especially a brand new motor, right? The 33 on the other hand has a brand new block and a brand new head.
On boost every time you shift. I even noticed there's a bit of a drag touch here. Of course this is Garage Sorus, they would definitely do something like this. It's a line lock setup which you can activate with a few switches on the right side of the dashboard. Alright, so we took a look at the engines, and I think the best thing to do now is to take each car out and kind of figure out what makes these 34s different from one another. They're, like I keep saying, they're the same but different, and I just like to kind of feel that difference, you know, behind the wheel.
Guys, Jeez, you can't tell me that shit don't look too good. You see that thing coming down the street, bro, you're gonna get scared. And by the way, if you, I don't know if you notice it, I don't know if it, how you, the quality of the picture is good in there, but those headlights are aftermarket. Well, not aftermarket, they're stock, but they opened them up and customized them. Full custom lights. They have a halo ring. Yeah, they have halo rings on both. I think they're still xenon lights, but they have halo rings around them. Am I gonna keep that? I don't know. I gotta see it in person. You can see it right there. It's a good view. God, that's so. Look at that. Nismo taillights. Top secret diffuser. AutoSelect front lip. It's missing the canards though. There's supposed to be canards on there. Look at that. Center lights don't light up on the brake. Only the outside lights. That's track setup. People don't know about that shit.
Alright, so I just jumped into the garage Sorus tuned R34 GT-R. This car is actually heading to
I love Dino's
Florida,
videos, man.
RC,
They're so good.
Miami, and basically
RMC
I'm
Miami.
here at Ibiza Circuit again. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna have a quick play with the cars just to get a feel of the difference. The different way that these cars were tuned. It's a Hollinger 6-speed sequential.
That's a great transmission, man. That thing makes some noise. Ying, 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 ying. Pow, ying, bah, bah. You hear it? Oh, ying, 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 ying. Straight cut gears. Oof. I would love to. That's one thing my car doesn't have.
Before I start anything regarding the cars, a massive thank you to Kumakubo for allowing me to shoot at Higashi Course Ibiza Circuit after the day sessions are done.
And if you guys ever watch this, thank you.
So much more to do with these cars. You know, we wouldn't be able to do this kind of stuff on the road safely and without, getting in trouble. So massive thank you to Ibiza Circuit and Kumakubo for the opportunity. Immediately, this car puts a massive grin on my face. The sequential, the whining sounds from the transmission, it's just so raw. But at the same time, as you get on it, it's just
So pretty, man. The Bayside Blue is such a pretty car.
Really
Oh, I love the blue. I never owned a blue one other than the 33, but
wallop of torque. You can hear it right here. And then of course the shift down is pretty aggressive. I'm not gonna do full power shifts. I'm definitely gonna use the clutch with respect.
sounds so good, man. That RB sounds so good. I personally think the best car ever built is 34. Sanyong.
Wow, what a car. The sound is absolutely wild. This is such a well prepared car. You can really feel the handling is on point. The brace,
Weapon, man. The car's a weapon.
We have garage Sorus calipers all around.
Both cars are weapons. They're like
Machine
lethal
and built
on the
to
track.
top level stuff. That was 7,000 RPM. What a sound. Absolutely wild.
They sound so good. RB sounds so good. I like 2Js too, guys. Don't get me wrong. 2Js sound great too, but something about that RB, bro. Something about those RBs that sound,
4.5, 5. That's when it really
You gotta
picks
own
up.
one, drive one. Like, not just drive one, drive your buddy's car,
What an
but like,
amazing car.
actually, like, own one, drive one for a long period of time. And it's something like
Right,
the
so
aura and
it's
the energy
time
off the
to
car.
change over jump into the AutoSelect R34 and sample the differences.
Look at that. Damn, son. Dream, dude. It's just it feels like it's a dream because it's not in my garage right now.
All right, we are in the
Here we
AutoSelect
go.
R34 now. Okay, so the thing with this car is that it hasn't been mapped yet, so
I don't know what Dino was talking about there. It hasn't been mapped. The car has been mapped. It's like it's got the tune that the old owner had, and I think now I don't know if it has map switching or anything like that. I haven't seen it. I haven't touched it. But oh, by the way, guys, I own the car, but I've never seen it.
we're going for about 5,000 RPM.
Marinate on that.
But it should be enough to kind of understand the difference. Power-wise, the garage
UTC?
source is about 700 to 800, somewhere around there. This one is 820, so serious stuff. And my friend Dan is gonna have a lot of fun with this car, I'm sure.
Yes, I am,
The cool thing
Dino.
about these cars is that they are both going to Florida, so I'm sure whoever ends up with the garage source
It's
one,
gonna be right there.
and then of course Dan's car here, they're gonna have a lot of fun on the highways there, you know, kind of replicating the
With that new speeder law. I don't know if we can have a good fun with it, man.
one gun. And back when I met Dan, when he was living here in Japan, he was actually doing a lot of one gun stuff. It is
There's proof. This is coming from Dino. He's one of the most reputable journalists slash dude. That's Speed Hunters right there in Japan, bro. You know Speed Hunter? You guys know Speed Hunter? Right there, dude. Okay? Like, he said it. He said it. He used to do a lot of Wangan stuff. That's all I'm going to say about that.
old R34, which
My
just
old
so happens to
R34.
be exactly the same color as this. So instantly I noticed the suspension is much,
Technically, it was athlete grade. This one's sparkling silver. But nobody cares, right?
much stiffer. So one of the first things I noticed about this 34
And the suspension is called Wangan spec. There's not that many of those suspensions around. They're probably the best suspension, I think, out there. Better than Olin's, better than Force, better than a lot of suspension systems. I love it. Now, here's the cool thing, guys. Here's the cool thing. The 33 has Wangan spec suspension. My 34 has Wangan spec suspension. The suspension alone on this car is worth, if you want to go buy a brand new set, $5,000. We're at $2,500 or $25,000 for the brakes, $5,000 just for the coilovers. That's 30 G's. Suspension brakes, 30 grand. Just that.
is that it's running the endless 6-spot monoblock calipers all around, so 6 spots at the rear too. I've never seen anything like that on any car, let alone a GTR, so I'm quite interested to kind of find out what the braking is all about.
6 piston front, 6 piston rear. That is, I've never seen anything. I think when I went and bought this car, when Andy and Danny from RMC, they were like blowing up my phone at like 1 o'clock in the morning. They're like, Dan, we found your car. We found it. We found the car. Because I was like, the whole time I was just like, yo, I don't want a stock fucking R34 GTR. I want something that's heavily modified. I don't give a shit. As long as the motor is healthy, right? And that's what I tell everybody. You need to do a compression test on every car that you buy, no matter if it's a piece of shit Camry to a fucking Bugatti. You should be doing a compression test on the car, especially if the car is used, because you don't know how healthy that motor is. Now, I have the numbers on this car. It is actually surprisingly really healthy. That was my second decision. First decision was I want a heavily modified car. Second, I want to make sure the compression on the engine is good. Done, right?
It definitely is very much much on point. Pedal wise, there's a lot of feel, initial bite, just getting the pads warm. Give it about 5,000, just as it's getting on the gate. And of course this is not.
You see that? Do you guys see this? This is the shark. Doesn't even look like a fucking shark. If a car was a shark, this is what it would look like. That's why I named it the shark. And on top of that, AutoSelect, okay, AutoSelect, their mascot is a shark. The shark.
The sequential, it's a stock at track 6 speed.
No blow-off valve, by the way, guys.
You can just feel that torque arriving. So there's a host of little intricacies about this car. So many interesting choices that have been done by AutoSelect.
So good.
When they first built it for their customers.
I'm so happy, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking ecstatic about this thing.
Tracks like Fuji Speedway, but also, kind of driving hard.
It's been on Scuba. It's been on a bunch of tracks.
My God, the brakes on this thing. Amazing. Dan, you're definitely going to enjoy this car.
Thank you, sir. I sure will.
While I was mentioning that the suspension was very stiff, it actually works out really, really well on track.
That's easy to adjust. You can adjust them. I can adjust the 33 real easy. Gosh, look at that motherfucker, bro. Look at that motherfucker, son. This shit is fire. That shit is fire.
So
Even Dino was shocked with the car.
To the owner, Dan, last night, and he kind of mentioned that he wants to respect what Salah-san at AutoSelect did with this car, so he's not gonna take away from any of that. He's definitely gonna spend some time kind of restoring some elements of the car, getting components that have kind of aged over the years back to factory spec and OEM quality, and just kind of perfecting the whole package really, but maintaining this, feel that this car has.
Take that shit take that shit to 800, son. Or 8,800. Jesus Christ.
Kind of approach to building cars. AutoSelect has been around for so many years, and they've definitely developed their very particular style when it comes to building GTRs.
Yeah, the car's ready, man.
And it's always been about extreme, be it on track, on the drag strip.
Yeah, they're really known for track racing, like circuit, all that stuff, dude. I don't know about that. I might have to take that RB28 off. I don't know. It kind of looks a little tacky. Let me know in the comment what you guys think about that. Like, should I leave it on there or should I take that off? Now, I could take the RB28 off and put it on the bumper. That wouldn't look bad, but on the window, like the link sticker I'm gonna leave on there, but the fucking RB28, it's a little tacky. Little tacky. Oh, so sexy, dude. Best lights, best tail lights on the planet. There it is. Look at my rear brakes, guys. Look at the rear brakes. You would think if that arch was in there from Nismo, you would think that's the front wheel. Now the interiors are crazy.
Alright, let's take a look at the interior of the garage Sorus car. So it's pretty simple, stock seats still and stock everything except one thing you notice as soon as you come in, and let me close the door so we stop that beep, is the complete conversion here that replaces the stock MFD unit. And if we actually turn the car on, you'll notice that it's completely different. But again,
It's the
same.
updated
So
version. It looks
they've
really
actually
good.
recreated the stock bar graph. So what this does is basically take the data from the HKS F-Gun V Pro, which sits right down there,
Barbaric.
you see it, and displays it in a very stock-like fashion with this bar graph. But if you scroll through the various pages here on the touch panel, wrong way, you'll see that there's a bunch of other displays.
G-force,
With
speed, graph,
meters, customizable
voltage,
3-meter
EGTs, oil
display,
temp,
one that kind of looks more like something you'd
R35.
find in an R35 GT-R,
Yeah.
and then something a little bit different. Of course, the cool thing about these setups is, of course, that you can design your own display. Another cool thing here is that they've actually removed the
Sequential
hazard
shifter.
switch. They've put it down here, and behind it is the display for the gear of the sequential. So if you pull back, it tells you what gear you're in. 0 means neutral, and then the numbers keep going up. 2-DIN head unit, Nismo
That's
white
ugly.
meters, and a PLX multi-gauge.
Everybody
display.
uses PLX gauges in the States,
Using
or in
HKS
Japan.
EDC-IR
That's a nice boost
with
controller.
its own digital display, mounted high. Right, next up we go in the AutoSelect R34, and
My
you'll have to
shit's
pardon
a
me
UFO
because
inside.
I'll have to
Danny has this
wedge
thing
my
about
body
saying
into
UFOs.
this tiny little bucket seat. Right, what
See,
we have here
PLX.
is something slightly more built up, I guess, you know, more complicated, more parts. So we have a Momo steering wheel here mounted on a quick release boss. And again,
That's
we
coming out.
have another interesting display here. Actually, I'll turn the engine on so everything stops beeping. And
This
to
is
do that,
rare.
you have to press this button here.
Push start.
Just listen to that lumpy idle. So once you do that, the display should come into life, and you get
Not a lot of
to
people
select
have that display. That's staying in the
Shark
car.
logo.
There's my
And then
girl.
eventually
There's
it
my
will go to
girl,
the main
man.
display page, where you get an RPM gauge, both digital and also, you know,
It's pretty
graph
wild, man.
display, and then a bunch of readings from all the temperature sensors. We have oil temperature,
It's the link
water
display, but
temperature,
I mean,
boost,
this setup,
oil
having
pressure,
the
fuel
AutoSelect
pressure,
logo and shit
and
on
air
there
fuel
from
ratio.
AutoSelect
Just
is
like
pretty
in a
dope.
garage Sorus car, there is a PLX
14.7 is still geometric
right
pressure.
below
Just
here.
to let you guys know that.
Go this side is actually a Japanese radio detector. Over here we have a DEFI temperature gauge
That's
for
coming out.
the radiator, so water temp. And then, just like in the garage Source car, we have the Nismo gauges in white. And of course, this being a track car,
If you guys notice something really cool, which I'll show you guys a video when I do like in depth my video archive and picture archive that I found of the car, you'll notice something here. You see this LED strip right alongside here? That's the RPM light. So when it hits, I think it red lines to like 10, 9, 10, it'll flash when you need to shift. So that's pretty dope. And of course, the high cast light. Who the hell has high cast in their Skylines? You don't need that shit anymore. That's death. That's what I call it. Death. When that shit activates and you're going over 200 miles per hour, yeah, dog. Have a nice night.
and of course, this being a track car, we have
Radio's
an
coming out.
HKS circuit attack counter, and the lumpy idle is shaking the car so much. That's pretty cool. Well, there you have it. A fun afternoon, or evening rather, at Ibisu Higashi, comparing two very different but very similar 34s. I would call it Kanto style versus Kansai style. You let me know in the comments which one you preferred, and as ever, let me know in the comments what you thought. Make sure you check back soon for more.
And I have the photos when they took it that night. So, dude.
Fuji Speedway, but also
Guys, I'm so excited. I am so excited to get this fucking car. It's been a long time coming. Worst mistake of my life was selling my old R34 GT-R, which we will be talking about that in a later video. But I'm happy to get an R34 back. When I sold my car, I told myself that I would one day get another one that would be better than the one I had in Japan. This is it. Took me 14 years, guys. 14 years. But that's it for tonight, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching the video. This is a long one, but it was a long time coming. We needed to talk about the car. All right. So stay tuned. We're gonna have more in-depth look at the Shark. We're gonna do a little picture show and tell. We're gonna be doing some old videos that I found from the old owner. Do a little bit of history, just me, not Dino, just me about the car. And then of course we're going to be doing a video whenever the car shows up here. Driving videos, track videos, anything I can possibly make content-wise of this car we're going to be doing. Okay? So again, I appreciate it. Hit that if you like this video and you want to see more. If you want to see some more videos of some old school stuff, some of my stuff, show support, please, guys. Hit that subscribe and that like button for me, for the algorithm, because that's going to show me that you guys actually want to see this. If you watch at the end of this video, that means the world to me and my family. But we're going to make this channel great. We're going to make TRACKUZA. The dream I have for TRACKUZA is going to come alive. And this is the beginning. This is how we're going to do it. This is part of it. But again, guys, happy 4th of July weekend, because that's when I filmed this. And I hope I can pump out some more videos very soon of the Shark and the Emperor, which is the 33 GT-R that I have sitting in the garage, very soon. Okay? Thank you again. Hit the subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.